In his biography of Samuel Clemens, titled Mark Twain, A Life, 2005, American author Ron Powers delves into the multifaceted persona of Mark Twain. Powers aims to provide fresh insights into Twain's life by exploring the dichotomy between his private personality, often in contrast to his more publicly recognized rock star persona. Born as Samuel Clemens on November 30, 1835, in Florida, Missouri, Twain's family resided there until he reached the age of 4, after which they relocated to Hannibal, Missouri, situated along the banks of the Mississippi River. Growing up, Twain became familiar with the lives of numerous African descendant slaves, as slavery was legal and prevalent in Missouri. Powers attributes this early exposure to Black voices as a significant influence on Twain's development as a writer. The allure of the mighty Mississippi River held a special place in Twain's heart, and he harbored a deep-seated desire to become a steamboat pilot. Eventually, he acquired the necessary skills, learning the intricacies of the St. Louis to New Orleans route under the guidance of Captain Horace E. Bixby. It was during one of these river journeys that Twain adopted his future pen name, inspired by the river's call, Mark Twain, signifying a depth of 2 fathoms, equivalent to 12 feet, indicating safe passage for the boat. Twain might have continued his idyllic life navigating the Mississippi's waters indefinitely, but the outbreak of the Civil War disrupted this path. Initially, he briefly joined a Confederate militia but soon abandoned it within a mere 2 weeks. Instead, he ventured westward to Virginia City in the Nevada Territory, where his elder brother, Orion, served as the territory's governor's secretary. In Nevada, Twain tried his hand at mining in the Comstock Lode, only to meet with resounding failure. Subsequently, he secured a job at a local newspaper, where he began to employ the pen name that would make him famous, Mark Twain. Embracing the world of writing far more wholeheartedly than his short-lived mining stint, Twain authored numerous tales inspired by his adventures in the American West. His wanderlust led him from California to Europe and ultimately the Middle East. During an overseas journey in 1867, he crossed paths with Charles Langdon, whose sister, Olivia Langdon, would later become Twain's wife in 1870. Olivia hailed from an affluent yet progressive family, and her influence expanded Twain's political and philosophical horizons through her extensive connections. In the early years of their marriage, Twain found himself in the company of abolitionists, socialists, atheists, and other individuals whose paths he rarely crossed in his childhood, steamboat escapades, or Western travels. By 1873, Twain and Olivia, now the parents of 3 daughters, Susie, Jean, and Clara, relocated to Hartford, Connecticut. It was in this tranquil setting that Twain penned some of his most renowned novels, including The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Although Twain reaped considerable financial rewards from his writing, he squandered a substantial portion of his earnings on his fascination with technology, partly fueled by his friendship with Nikola Tesla. Ill-advised investments in inventions like the Page typesetting machine, coupled with his involvement in the struggling Charles L. Webster Company, his publishing house, depleted much of his wealth in the latter part of the 19th century. In an effort to maintain financial stability for his family, Twain accepted substantial fees for delivering speeches at various men's clubs, including the Authors Club, Beefsteak Club, and the White Friars. Powers characterizes these speeches as an early form of stand-up comedy, evoking hearty laughter from audiences unlike those typically associated with oratory during that era. Twain spent his final years residing in Manhattan. Following the devastating losses of his daughter, Susie, and shortly thereafter, his beloved wife, Olivia, Twain sank into a profound depression. He even ventured to predict the year of his own passing, declaring, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life if I don't go out with Halley's Comet. The Almighty has said, no doubt, now here are these 2 unaccountable freaks, they came in together, they must go out together." As fate would have it, Twain's prediction held true, as he departed from this world a mere day after Halley's Comet passed closest to Earth. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.